Paddy Pimblett might be planning to retire a legend before he even reaches his peak.
Finally come back and get in the cage and want to punch his face in. But for now, when I win this belt, I am the champ, you know what I mean? While he's out the cage, I'm the lightweight champ. Very small compared to me, you know what I mean? He's up to like here, he's not that wide. You've definitely seen that video of him and Pantoja just stood next to each other and they look the same weight.
And I hope Paddy is gonna lose, because if Paddy wins, it's gonna be a problem for me again.
Why do you think so?
I think he's gonna try and avoid me.
You say if he wins against Justin or if he wins against Ilya?
No, against Justin. Against Sila, he never can beat Ilya.
Okay.
No way.
So you think if Paddy wins the interim belt, he'll try not to fight you?
Yeah. UFC gotta push him probably.
Really?
Right now, Paddy Pimblett is getting ready for a massive showdown against Justin Gaethje at UFC 324. They're fighting for the interim belt, and both men are incredibly driven to win. Interestingly, Paddy is already looking past this fight toward Ilia Topuria. He is actually excited for Topuria to return to the cage. Paddy has made it clear that there won't be a warm welcome back. He plans to go right after him and cause some real pain. His plan is simple: get past Gaethje first, then turn his full attention to making Topuria's return as rough as possible. If you want to keep up with every big UFC update like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now.
I'm surprised I know Ilya's going through a lot of stuff and wish him nothing but the best with it, know what I mean? That's nothing to do with us fighting, it's nothing to do with being in the cage, so all that around his family life, I hope everything goes perfect for him. But when he does finally come back and get in the cage, I want to punch his face in. But for now, when I win this belt, I am the champ, you know what I mean? While he's out the cage, I'm the lightweight champ, and that's the way I see it.
So that interim belt to you will feel undisputed?
Yeah.
Paddy has also been poking fun at how small Ilia Topuria is. He believes his own size and height give him a huge advantage in a fight. Paddy points out that Ilia is much shorter and has a smaller frame, which is exactly why different weight classes exist. He warns that if Ilia tries to move up and fight bigger guys, he is going to be in a world of trouble. By the way, if you're enjoying the breakdown, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video.
Well, essentially, he wants you to win. He wants that fight. Have you allowed yourself to think of what a fight with Ilya looks like?
Yeah, I think I beat him up as well, you know what I mean? Like, he's very small compared to me, you know what I mean? He's up to like here, he's not that wide. You've definitely seen that video of him and Pantoja just stood next to each other and they look the same weight. So, like, this weight class is for a reason. And if he wants to fight me at 155, it'll get seriously messy on us.
On another note, Matt Brown is worried that Ilia Topuria might fail if he rushes back to fighting too soon. Ilia is currently dealing with a very public split in his personal life, and Brown thinks he might not be mentally ready. If his head isn't 100% on the fight, he could easily lose. Brown knows this is a big claim to make, but he reminds us that fighters hate sitting on the sidelines and often rush back before they should. We post daily fight news, so subscribe to stay in the loop.
And that is Ilya comes back, but the bolder prediction is he loses. He comes back too soon, still dealing with all this bullshit, and ends up losing because he's not in the right headspace. But I think Ilya's a smart guy. That's why I'm, kind of on the fence about this prediction a little bit, right? I'm not saying like, I really believe his prediction or anything. But man, fighters don't like not fighting. They don't like sitting on the side.
Matt Brown draws from his own life, saying that when a fighter is injured, it's painful to watch others compete because you just want to be the one inside the cage. He's sure Ilya is feeling that same pressure. Even though Ilya is physically strong and fit, those personal problems can weigh heavy on a person. Brown predicts that the urge to compete will force Ilya back into the octagon before the timing is right. It's a bold guess, but given the current situation, it seems very likely.
My own experience, every time I got injured and someone wants to watch a UFC card, it's hard to watch. You can't sit there and watch it. You want to be the guy in there. You want to be the one that people are watching. And I think he's going to have that. He's healthy. He's not, it's obviously he's dealing with some pretty heavy shit, but he's healthy. He wants to come back and compete and fight. And I think he'll end up breaking to that, and he'll end up coming back. But it's not going to be a good time, and he's going to be dealing with shit. And, That's kind of two bold predictions, to be honest. So
At the same time, Arman Tsarukyan is actually pulling for Justin Gaethje to beat Paddy Pimblett. Arman thinks that if he has to face one of them, Paddy would probably try to avoid the fight. He sees Gaethje as the type of guy who is much more willing to sign up for a difficult, dangerous battle.
Get hurt because I'm not gonna fight him. I'm a nightmare for him, and he knows that if we're gonna fight, he's gonna lose, and he's gonna try not to fight me on his whole life. And I hope Justin Gaethje gonna knock him out and send him back to England, and he can eat his I don't know what he's eating there, chicken or whatever.
Arman isn't worried about the rumors that Justin Gaethje has a staph infection. He mentioned that big health issues are usually kept quiet anyway. He also noted that many fighters deal with staph all the time, so it doesn't really change his outlook on the upcoming fight.
These pictures showed up last week of like a thing on his neck. Did you inquire about it? Did you?
No, if something real happened, never gonna post. They never post like these things.
Sure.
Yeah,
But sometimes there's like a staph infection, and the
yeah,
internet
but
finds
everybody's fighting with staph infection.
Sure.
So,
But if they called you, let's just say hypothetically today, to fight on that card, could you do it?
I'm here because of that.
You're here to wait,
Yeah.
but you're not a backup fighter. You're not going to weigh in and all this.
No, because I did on the June and nothing happened. Just a waste of my energy.
Looking back, Tsarukyan says that stepping away from his fight with Islam Makhachev was actually a major turning point for him. It got people talking. Some people supported him, while others criticized him, but it definitely made him more famous. He also feels that joining Khamzat Chimaev's training camp afterward was a key step in becoming a better fighter.
It was a pull-out.
You think that was the turning point?
Yeah.
You think that made you popular?
Yeah, I was popular when I pulled out.
Why? People were talking about you.
Yeah, because it was a big fight. When I pulled out, they started talking about someone started support me, someone started hate me, and then from that I started getting bigger. And then I went to the Hamzat's camp. It helped me too with Hamzat. And
How did that happen?
we just became friends.
Okay.
Yeah, from Thailand. And then we started training together. And then I wanted to come to LA to prepare for the UFC fight, for the belt. So he came, he liked it, and he stayed there. We won the belt. So now I'm looking for his fight.
Yeah.
Help him and to be close to him.
He also pointed out that wrestling matches don't feel as heavy as UFC fights. In wrestling, you don't have to cut weight, and losing isn't as big a deal. Even though it isn't his main job, he has been thinking about his next big cage fight for months because winning a championship is his true dream and passion.
It's like training session. Even like, because I don't cut weight.
Yeah.
If I lose, okay, I lose. I don't care.
Right.
But
you do have an ego, right? You want to be successful.
but it's not my sport, you know.
Yeah.
If I lose in the freestyle wrestling, it's okay, you know. But UFC, it's I locked in before 2 months,
Right.
and I think about that fight all day because that's sport that I live for, you know.
Right.
And it's my goal to be UFC champion, and I treat my training camp myself is different, you know. But in the wrestling, you don't get hurt, you know, and it's easier to wrestle, you know, for me. But MMA is hard, and pressure, media, and like if you lose, you're done, you know. Like everybody's waiting when you lose.
Right.
That's why you wanna be at the best, and yeah, it's completely different.
Arman might have a hard time getting a fight right away, since he isn't officially on Dana White's list yet. However, Chael Sonnen is speaking up for him, telling the fans and the UFC to give him the credit he deserves. Sonnen points out that Arman was willing to be a backup fighter and was ready to jump in at a moment's notice, which shows a level of loyalty that should be rewarded.
In 2 weeks as a backup fighter for UFC 324? What's his situation?
Can we please forgive him? Whatever he did to get himself in this weird purgatory, can we also remember that he agreed to be a backup fighter, that he did a training camp, that he flew out to Las Vegas, he went through the commission, he made weight, he was ready to go in on a moment's notice. You get something for that. I want him to get something. I want him recognized. I forgive Arman Tsarukyan. I want other people to forgive him.
In other news, Paddy Pimblett believes Max Holloway has already shown everyone exactly how to beat Justin Gaethje in a standing fight. Paddy is confident in his own plan and expects to finish Gaethje within the first 3 rounds.
He wants to keep this on the feet. We know his knockout power, but your submission skills are so slick. Do you want to take it to the ground?
No, I'll keep it on the feet with him. Like, there's the blueprint there to beat him. Max done it, and everyone underestimates my strike, and everyone thinks I'm just gonna come in and I'm gonna take him down, and I'm not. Like, he had an absolute war with Chandler, and I Chandler up. So I know MMA math doesn't work, but you'll see come Jan 24th when we have a perfect game plan and we finish him within.
If you want to see how these massive fights play out, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're the first to know.